The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Peter Drucker. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Steve Jobs. You can't lead anyone else further than you have gone yourself. Gene Mach. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Zig Ziglar. Great leaders are willing to sacrifice their own personal interests for the good of the team. John Wooden. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Warren Bennis. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Thomas Edison. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. John C. Maxwell. Do not wait for leaders, do it alone, person to person. Mother Teresa. Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. John F. Kennedy. The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one that gets the people to do the greatest things. Ronald Reagan. The true test of leadership is how well you function in a crisis. Brian Tracy. Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Don't watch the clock, do what it does. Keep going. Sam Levinson. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Martin Luther King Jr. The function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. Ralph Nader. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. Jimmy Dean. If you want to build a ship, don't drum up people to collect wood and don't assign them tasks and work, but rather teach them to long for the endless immensity of the sea. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Albert Schweitzer. Do the difficult things while they are easy and do the great things while they are small. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. Lao Tzu. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Maya Angelou. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Believe you can and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. To handle yourself, use the head. To handle others, use the heart. Eleanor Roosevelt. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Martin Luther King Jr. Leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. Simon Sinek. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Mahatma Gandhi. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. If you want to make your dreams come true, the first thing you have to do is wake up. J.M. Power. Leadership is the art of getting someone else to do something you want done because he wants to do it. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Success is not the result of spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire. Reggie Leach. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. Vince Lombardi. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Chinese proverb. I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Rosa Parks. The function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. Ralph Nader. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Martin Luther King Jr. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Margaret Mead. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. It's not about having the right opportunities. It's about handling the opportunities right. Mark Hunter. Success is not measured by what you accomplish, but by the opposition you have encountered, and the courage with which you have maintained the struggle against overwhelming odds. Orison Swett Martin. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. Success is not how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world. Roy T. Bennett. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs.